Hi, and welcome to the premiere episode of On the Scene. I'm your host, Kate Mobley, and today I am interviewing Robb, Rokk, and Jesaiah Burnett about the Desoto Film Festival. Welcome, guys.
Hi, how are you?
Okay, so which one is Robb and which one's Jesaiah?
I'm Robb. I'm Jesaiah.
Okay, well, welcome to On the Scene. Thank you so much for being my very first guest.
Hey, we're excited to be here with you.
All right. So you are in charge of the Desoto Film Festival. Can you tell me a little bit about what that is and why you started it?
Well, it grew out of our Desoto Arts Institute, where we teach filmmaking to young people free of charge for the most part. And we were looking for ways to showcase our films. And we thought, what about a film festival? And then it became, well, if we're going to do that, let's not just show our films. Let's ask for films around the world. And Jesaiah is our program director at DAI and our programming director for the festival. So put the call out and get films in.
Yep. Yeah, so we'll be showing all over Mississippi, all over the nation, worldwide. So we really had a wide array of films to pick from, and so we got a lot of films to show.
And this is a family-friendly event, right?
Yeah, family friendly. All the films are at least PG rated and under. And even the PG-13 ones, very clean. We're just recommending that maybe 10 or 11 and up are cool to come see them. And that's more because we're showing films that adults will enjoy as well. And kids, younger kids just aren't going to stay focused and stay tuned in because it's not all animation and be characters dancing around the screen.
All right. Some of it is.
Some of it is.
Oh, I can't wait. So did you choose this family-friendly PG-13 and under for a specific reason?
Well, we have been to so many film festivals. We're not always crazy about what we see. Some films are just boring. Storytelling sometimes falls short. And not that we're the experts in that, but we know what we like. So between Jesaiah and me and our volunteers and our friends and family that help us do all the screening, we pick the cream of the crop. So we ended up with, in 2019, our first one, we had a year in there that we're not going to mention, right? So we had to, but in 2019, our festival, we had people that have been to festivals all over the country say things like, this is the best festival we've ever been to. And we're like, yeah, they're a little crazy, right? And then, but we, in our post-mortem meeting after the festival, we talked about what could possibly have given anybody the idea that this is the best festival they've ever been to. And it simply came down to the programming, picking films that you just don't want to get up and get out of your seat because they're all so well done. Great production values, great story, great messages, great emotion. They just kept you glued to your seat.
Yeah.
And we think we're doing it again this year. So we're really excited to see what people think this time.
I did go to the 2019 DeSoto Film Festival and enjoyed the movies that I was able to see. So
Yeah.
You did a fantastic job that year, and I can't wait to see what you guys have done this year. Now, you did mention the DeSoto Arts Institute. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, that I've been involved in youth ministry for many years at our church, and I've always just related well with teenagers because I'm really a 17-year-old kid inside this growing older.
Aren't we all teenagers?
Right. So I'm this kid here, and I got so into the different aspects of filmmaking and wanted to work with other people, and there just weren't many people here in DeSoto County doing it. I did get plugged into the Memphis film community and found some people that I really hit it off with, and some of those filmmakers are going to have films this year with us that we've really connected with. You're one of those as well. And so I started holding classes, weeknight classes at my church, and before I knew it, I looked up, and one night at the church, we had like 48 or 49 people there. I was like, okay, well, maybe this is going to turn into something. So it turned into something, and that was in 2016, and we became an official nonprofit in early 2019. I think that's right. Yeah,
Something like that.
His department. So, and then we rented a space, and we're about 4,000, 5,000 square feet right here in our studio. We have two big rooms, editing stations over here and a little recording studio, ISO booth behind us. So we're Desoto Arts Institute, or DAI, is about giving young people hands-on in a real studio working environment, so that it's just an opportunity for them to actually touch a killer camera. Yeah. And to set up real lights you would find on a big movie set.
Yeah, especially kids that would never be able to be around that equipment and actually be on a movie set. So that's what we want to provide, is an actual like professional environment where they can get some experience before they go out and actually have to work in the industry.
Yeah, we're hoping to equip them for real world jobs, and some of those have been on other sets. I often hire students to go along to work on music videos or short films, and we got some more coming up in the next month or so, at least one short film and a couple of music videos. So they get an opportunity to do the things they want to do, like yell quiet on the set and action,
and actually work sometimes.
Yeah, and they actually
every once in a while.
No,
what? I've never been on a film set where that actually works.
Right.
Yeah, we've had some good experiences. Some of our students, one of our students for Outside Arcadia that you know a little bit about, the cameraman was 16 years old.
Yeah.
And film, he shot except for one shot, and then later on we were running out of time, and it was like 11 o'clock at night. We're paying everybody, so I said, "Can I take the camera and try to edit this and shoot at the same time?" And he was like, "Sure, cool." But we have a 14 or 15-year-old that's a focus puller. So, we've got a 4K 28-inch monitor, and he's wireless focusing and did an amazing job.
He's one of the best we've ever worked with, even though he's, a punk teenager. But
I think it's great that you guys are working with the youth and actually teaching them, because you're right. A lot of these opportunities aren't available to kids, especially in Mississippi and in this area. You usually hear about it in California or in Georgia or somewhere else. But here in like the Memphis and DeSoto County area, you don't hear a lot about that. So I thank you so much for doing that program for kids.
Well, you're welcome. Yeah. We're really interested in young people because we know that if there is a lack of young people in any area of life, look out 10 years in the future and there's going to be no one there. So we're trying to capture kids, and we just had a meeting today with a little homeschool group. So we're talking about maybe 15 or 20 students, 1 hour and a half every Tuesday next semester, and give that a shot. But we've taught at summer camps, film camps, done some different things. And it's pretty exciting to see 12-year-olds light up like what? And I don't think anybody understands when we say that we're filmmakers, most people really don't know what that means. And you know what that means. It's a lot of hard work, a lot of problem solving. But when people come in here and see that our studio is really just a big blank space, we can paint a wall if we need to, hang a green screen. We're fixing to paint the other room blue and green for a music video. Just immersing them in this environment and letting them see what they've seen on little snippets behind the scenes for their favorite movie or something like that. We're doing some of these things. And I think we're doing a pretty good job. You guys will please check out some of our films.
Yeah, they're on YouTube. Things on Amazon Prime too.
Yeah, can you name some of those films? I was going to ask you what kind of films, which ones, because I know y'all have won a lot of awards because y'all do such amazing work at the DAI. So what films can they be on the lookout for if someone's watching this? What can they look for?
Well, in the last month or so, the film that you happen to be in, Outside Arcadia, on YouTube blew up, and I call it blowing up because we've never had 10,000 views, and now we're approaching that 10,000 mark in the last month, just out of nowhere. Outside Arcadia is a really neat sci-fi with a message at its heart that is probably going to move some people. We've had just some amazing comments about how it moved them or helped them deal with a family member's death or an abuse situation. And we shot it really well. And again, I can't say this enough times. People hear that we have kids as our crew. When you watch any of these films, know that there are 13 and 14-year-olds running camera and follow focus and audio and helping us with ADR in the studio and actually giving us input on the stories and all. But on YouTube, definitely check out Outside Arcadia. It's also on Prime. So if you have Amazon Prime, The Game is about human trafficking, sex trafficking. And the crazy thing about some of the films that we do, we don't like films that are, what is it you say, just on the nose and kind of punch you in the face with the message. These messages are not, just ad nauseum, same thing over and over. So we actually made a film about sex trafficking written by one of our older students. And it's kind of stuck for words. Every teenage girl needs to watch it.
Yeah.
Every teenage girl needs to watch it. We see more and more people disappearing and Amber Alerts and things like that. And we don't realize that it's happening in our backyard. And there's a stat at the end of that film. And I think we sliced that number like in 3 or something, because the stats seem unrealistic, that something crazy like, what was it? Like 220,000 women and children a year disappear or something. And you start doing some math, and that's turns into like 42 a day in Mississippi.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's not possible. And it is possible. It is happening.
Yeah, it is.
It's really heartbreaking. But The Game is a great one. Help me out with some other ones.
Truth Lies Upstream we just did for the 2019 Memphis Film Prize. And that you can, I think it's on Amazon Prime. I know it's on YouTube. And you can see really all of our films are up on YouTube right now.
Most of them.
Yeah. And on Thursday night of our festival, April 22nd, we're going to do a showcase of our films and show all of the best films that we've done so far.
And it's becoming a bit of a long list. It's crazy how many we've done. And that's the thing that we're doing here too. We noticed that a lot of times in the Facebook world with filmmakers, people talk about the film they're making and they haven't even started writing it yet,
right.
That thing. And we don't want to do that. We want to wait until we have something to show. So we got to keep things on the down low, and then throw them out there in a festival or something. And we have won some awards. What is the Irish Richard Harris? Yeah.
Richard Harris International Film Festival.
Yeah.
Wow.
Judy Dench may have seen our film at some point in that festival.
That is our claim to fame.
Yeah.
But we got we received some great feedback from Ireland. Mm-hmm. And it was funny. They said something to the effect that we captured the American South like no other film they've seen. And I'm like, that's just crazy. Now, we look around Mississippi and, the Delta areas, and we got a big river, and that's pretty cool. But you kind of get numb to your environment and your surroundings. So we think that we keep talking about how we can tap into Mississippi as a location, because it's really interesting, a really interesting look to the rest of the world that doesn't see what we see. Just like when we see something on Venice Beach, we go, oh, that's amazing. Or we see something in South Carolina and the beach and the palm trees out there. That's pretty amazing. It's like we have some things right here at home that we need to take advantage of, and we're trying to figure out how to do that.
All right. So Jesaiah, you are the program director for the Desoto Film Festival, right? Yep. What kind of criteria do you use? Because you say this is going to be a better year. So what do we have lined up?
So one of the things we're focusing on is trying to craft family-friendly film blocks. So we're trying to go with the thing of, PG-13 and under. We want stuff that adults can watch and enjoy and not feel, like Robb was saying, like a bunch of flashy cartoons the whole time. But, something with more substance, but definitely that you can bring a 10-year-old or 11-year-old to. And so that's one of the major criteria for us. Another one is production quality. All of our judges that watch our films have a 1 through 10 on every, story. Is it 1 through 10? Production quality, camera quality, acting, stuff like that. Because we're trying to capture stuff that we think is at least as good as the stuff we make, and hopefully a lot better. Like the goal is to program stuff that's way better than what we can make. And like Robb said, we've been to tons of festivals that they program. I don't want to call anything garbage, but they program stuff you wouldn't watch outside of a festival. You would never watch it. So one of the main things that we tell our judges and our screeners to look for is something like that excites you. When you watch a 10-minute short and you're still thinking about it 20 minutes later, that's the kind of stuff we want to program.
Yeah, and we have films that you'll never forget you saw. We have films from 2019 that just never kind of escape your consciousness, and I'd like to think that they impact you in a way that changes a little something about you. And that's kind of what we're going for. We want thoughtful, thought-provoking, heartwarming, emotional, moving pieces of art that really do stick with you forever. And again, this year we have some cinematography and production value. We have a film, Coral Guardian, that's showing about saving the coral reef. And I'm telling you what, we saw it, Josiah said, well, this one's playing. And I looked over and I was like, oh my gosh. So we sat and watched it, and we've watched it a couple times. And it's just amazing. It's amazing what people are doing out there for small budgets, tiny budgets. And when I say tiny, you know, if we were going to make a tiny budgeted Hollywood feature film, what would be a tiny budget?
Tiny budget is like $3 million.
Yeah,
now.
right.
You know, that's a very tiny. You hardly see it made for $3 million now.
And we made Outside Arcadia for about $4,400. We Coral Guardian that you see, you'll never believe it was made for, I think, $10,000.
It was in euro, but it was something like 10,000 USD. And it was, I think all of it was shot underwater.
Yeah.
So just trying to wrap our brains, especially Mississippi boys, we don't know, or at least I don't know nothing about underwater.
We don't see clear water around here.
So it's pretty amazing, though, the kind of stuff that we've been able to watch and kind of get to pick through. So, yeah.
How many countries have given you submissions that are going to be playing in your festival?
That's a great question.
You know,
we have a statistic on that. I don't know what it is, but I think I can confidently say over 30 countries.
Yeah, I know we have Italy. We're showing Radici that showed last year. It won an award. Beautiful. And if you grew up around grandparents and have great memories of grandparents, that's going to be a payoff for you.
We have them from
Iran.
Yep.
We typically get a lot of films from Iran, and we get emails saying, hey, we don't have money, our currency's not worth anything, and it would cost us a fortune to submit for, you know, our $25 or $30 fee.
Yeah.
So they ask for waivers, and we're really good about giving out waivers because we don't want to miss something over $20 of revenue or something like that. And this year, I don't think we've shown an Iranian film yet. This year we have 3, right?
We have 3, yeah. We had 3 submitted, and we selected 3.
Yeah,
and they're good. They're really good.
They're really good. Yeah, the one that I don't think you'll ever forget, because I feel like when I watch this film with these kids on this imaginary space journey and blast off, I don't think I'll ever forget it, because it did something to me and captured, kids using their imagination. And it'll be reminiscent and nostalgic for everyone, I believe.
Okay, so you said space. So what other kind of genres are there that people can look forward to at the DeSoto Film Festival?
We have some sci-fi. Don't tell anybody, but we have a sci-fi with Jude Law.
Yeah,
don't tell anybody.
He's in it.
7
seconds.
5 seconds if you count the hand, which I don't think was his, but he's in it, so there's that.
And story to that too. This group of filmmakers reached out to Jude Law and said, we want to shoot a film, we need you to be in it. Yeah, how much money you got? They set it up to where he went into a studio in Great Britain and basically walked in the studio. They dress him. He knew his one line. They shot him on the green screen with the prescribed camera angles to fit their film, and boom, just like that, they have Jude Law. So we're learning from the films that we are seeing, and we hope others will too.
But yeah, we also have a couple action films, a lot of drama, plenty of animated films. I love Pixar type films, and we get a lot of those submitted to us. So we have a lot of those, and we got a lot of faith-inspired, inspirational type films. And we really try to each block on each day to really sculpt something that you're going to like something in it, even if you don't like sci-fi, or if you're not a big thriller fan or a big action fan, you're going to like some kind of film in one of these blocks.
Without a doubt. Jesaiah's crafted it. So I like the idea of an emotional roller coaster. Where's my camera? An emotional roller coaster, so that you get to laugh for a minute, and then you get to be like moved, like I'm not crying, I'm a man. And then you get to laugh more, and it is some of the coolest animations. Some of the one particular film, Stray Katana, I don't think you're going to ever forget it. It's going to do something to you. We have cute films. We have, what's the guy in New York, the marathon guy?
One actor short, Yuval David, I think.
Yeah, Yuval
I
David.
probably butchered that.
Yeah, Yuval David or something like that. We're going to try to get an interview with him just like this to show at our festival, because what he did, making up a story, a film on the spot, and grabbing actors in Central Park, it's like so unique, and anybody could do it. Mm-hmm. And you could do it with a cell phone, and that's what I think we're letting escape. Our young people, I think, are letting things go past. If you'd have handed me an iPhone in 1983 as a 17-year-old kid, I might be a famous film director. No, but the tools are there.
Oh, that's wonderful. Okay. So tell me a little bit more about the blocks. You said you've crafted the blocks. What are blocks for people that don't know?
So blocks are just basically a bunch of short films put in a 2-hour sitting, basically. So I've been to a lot of festivals, and sometimes you'll go to a block of films. So it's like 8 to 10 short films. Sometimes you'll go and you'll get a bunch of films that are like really heavy, really drawn out. And it's kind of tough to sit through 3 really depressing short films and then get up, go to back and watch more. So that's what you're talking about with.
And I think you're being kind.
Yeah. Oh, I am. I don't want anyone to be going, oh, is that our festival? But
yeah, and to your point earlier, in a 2-hour block, you're going to see 5-minute short films, 12-minute short films,
maybe 20,
7, 8, maybe a 20 or something like that. There's nothing in there. Suppose you hated sci-fi. If you had to sit through one 7-minute sci-fi, it's not the end of the world, because trust me, there's going to be something completely different coming after it. And that said, like Thursday night's going to be our films. Friday nights, bring your family, bring your 9-10-year-old up and bring them. And it's not, the struggle we're having is helping people understand or finding the right way to explain that Friday night is going to be family-oriented films, and an adult's not going to be bored. Right. I mean, you're going to be so glad you came, and people are going to ask us, when are you doing this again? And we've got some plans for that as well. And then Saturday, I think we have 3 blocks starting like 2:00.
Yes, starting at 2.
And it's what did we call it? Like it's
we're calling it the mix.
The mix, yeah.
So it's a wide variety. You'll have your sci-fi, action. Everything's PG-13 rated and down, and so yeah, it's kind of just more variety throughout the festival.
Okay, so if they go on one day, how many different types of movies can they see, or do they have to get a ticket for the entire festival in order to see all the films?
Well, that's something that we're doing a little bit different. If you get a ticket for the entire festival, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, you're only going to see maybe 3 films multiple days, because we have a couple.
Right.
A couple that we wanted to put for different audiences.
Yeah, and every film pretty much plays one day. There are a few films that play a couple of times, but most films play one day. So if you want to see a particular film, our schedule's on our website, and you can kind of map out, which block you want to go to, because it's basically one showing per movie.
Okay. And how much are tickets for the festival?
Oh my gosh, we have dropped the ticket prices, and I don't know off the top of my head. Yeah. Question.
Let me tell you what it is. Yeah, go to the website, and I believe for a 3-day pass, it's $20, and per day is $10. I'm pretty sure it's like that. And we have tickets, 12 and under tickets, don't we? And we military and first responders get in free. And vets, yeah. So we have a bunch of different tickets on there, but the rate per day is about $10 for the ticket.
And I see that you provided us with a discount code.
Yeah. So if you guys, I think it's good till the 19th, because I have to have some kind of cutoff day. But if you use my top secret, nobody knows about this, so I'll tell you. Yes.
It's like the Jubal thing. No one knows.
Shh. You can get 20% off as many passes, tickets, whatever. If you use ROBB20, and that's all caps, Robb20, and that'll be my discount for you. And please take advantage of that. It's good for a few more days until 19th. You got almost a week there. So please take advantage of that. We want to pack the house. I can't tell you enough. I'll stake my reputation on it. You'll love the films and you'll walk away so glad you spent time hanging out with family. We're going to have all the concessions, candies, popcorns, pizza, things like that. Our swag, our T-shirts, he's representing. I'm so glad I didn't wear the orange T-shirt.
I didn't even plan it.
That would have looked bland.
It was the only thing clean.
Yeah. So yeah, it's very affordable. We did that on purpose. We're spending a lot of money advertising. Thank you for doing this because we need to get the word out. It's definitely worth hanging out with your family for the weekend. Maybe we could pray for rain that weekend.
That'd be nice.
So it's only in person and it's not online.
It is live and in person. There are so many festivals doing the virtual thing, and I get it. It's out of necessity. There's everybody is scrambling trying to figure it out. We were scheduled to do ours in October. Things happened. We pushed it to April. We weren't sure that it was going to happen, and we were prepared to push it to the end of this year, but things are working out. And hopefully people are ready to get out and enjoy hanging out and doing something.
Okay. Well, we only have a few more minutes. So what do we need to know? What website do we need to go to get tickets? What do you want to tell us about the Desoto Film Festival?
All right.
Go ahead.
DeSotoFestival.com is the key to it all. You'll also see on the screen DeSoto Arts Institute. Check us out. We are looking for sponsors. We need help doing this. This is coming out of our pockets, and we don't pay ourselves. We're sitting here every day hustling to bring some great family entertainment to the culture. And DeSoto Film Festival came out of that desire to provide that. So check it out. You'll see the ticket link on there. You are buying your tickets through Film Freeway, so no one be surprised if that link takes you. It says Film Freeway, but that's our portal to accepting films and the whole deal. They handle all the tech website side for us. But get your tickets there, and if you buy a pass, it's good for all 3 days. Don't miss a day. You can come and go as you please. That's okay as well. Family friendly, films PG-13 and under. And I would say, a 9 or 10-year-old kid that can sit still and not experience too many wiggles, they could probably sit through it and be entertained enough. So, anything else?
No, I think we covered it.
All right.
All right. Well, thank you. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, word of mouth is what gets people to go do anything. So please, if you're watching, please send a text to somebody, send that top secret discount code for that. Share that on Facebook. I don't care. Just share it. And look for us on Facebook too. Go chase down our at DeSoto Film Festival and at DeSoto Arts Institute and follow us.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Robb and Jesaiah, for being on the scene. And I guess that's it.
Very much. Great job. I enjoy this. Thank y'all for doing this. Thank you guys for thinking of your community as well.
All right. Well, thank you.